When I was a little girl growing up in Florida, I used to hold my breath and swim to the ocean floor or to the bottom of a swimming pool, and I would pray with everything that I had, God, if you're real, if you love me, turn me into a mermaid. And I happen to be standing up here right now with 2 legs and no fins, so you all just learned what I learned as a child, which is that God is either not real or they are and they just don't love me specifically. And as I grew older, I continued to love mermaids with everything that I had. It became a personality trait. It was just one of those things that people knew about me. People would say, Heather, she has curly hair, she dances, and she loves mermaids. It made it really easy for people to buy me presents. When I was in college, my friends started collecting photos of themselves, recreating the famous mermaid scene where she pushes herself up on a rock, throws her hair back, waves crashing behind her as she sings. My friends were literally risking their lives sometimes to recreate this for me, but it was fine because it made me so happy. Eventually, I realized I didn't just love mermaids, I loved all beautiful, foreign women with long flowing hair who didn't speak my language. So I married a French woman. And the day we got married, it was so perfect and beautiful. We eloped on the top of Mount Hood outside of Portland, Oregon, and we were wearing hiking boots and wedding dresses, and our witnesses were just the 2 photographers. And I always tell my wife, this was the happiest day of my life. But it's not true. Because the real happiest day of my life came exactly 1 year later on our first wedding anniversary. We decided to celebrate this monumentous moment by traveling to Hawaii for our first anniversary. We didn't really do a honeymoon before, so this was it. And so I spent, so much time researching all the best things we're going to do, like what if we only go to Hawaii once? And that's when I stumbled upon an article about a local company that, wait for it, host professional mermaid swimming lessons. And I desperately want to do this, and I go to ask my wife, and to paint you a picture, if my mood board is bubblegum pink, sparkly mermaids, and spicy margaritas, my wife's mood board is the color black, and dry red wine, dark wooden furniture. So I wasn't exactly sure if she would be willing to spend a lot of money to spend most of one of our precious days in Hawaii pretending to be mermaids. But she loves me very, very much, and she said, yes, of course, we will do this, no problem. So the best day of my life came, and we woke up before the sun, drove to go meet our professional mermaid, and this day was broken up into 4 parts. Part 1, we were introduced to some of the local language, learned some ocean words from the area. We learned about ocean, protecting them, climate change. Guess what? Ocean acidification impacts mermaids too. So that's very upsetting. And then after this lesson, we get to pick out our mermaid tails, and I, of course, choose pink. My wife also chooses pink to match me. And because immediately after this, the second part is taking photos on the beach dressed as mermaids. And we spend some time literally like fish out of water, flopping around on the sand, pushing up onto rocks in our tails. And we're getting our photos taken, and I am so proud of my wife because she is the most perfect, incredible mermaid. And she's such a good mermaid that a little girl walks straight past me up to her and says, Mom, take a picture of me with the real mermaid. So there's a photo of my wife and this little girl on some mom's Facebook page somewhere. And after this land photo shoot, our professional mermaid puts us on a paddleboard and she pushes us out into the ocean, where we then get our lessons on how to swim in the tail, backflip in the tail, front flip in the tail, and then she does an underwater photo shoot of this. And finally, we get our snorkeling gear, and we spend the next hour as mermaids snorkeling through Hawaiian coral reefs with beautiful rainbow fish and giant stingrays bigger than my own wingspan. And I am just so proud of myself and my wife, and me getting myself to reach my dreams, and my wife supporting me. And it's actually very hard to be a mermaid, though. And besides the ocean acidification, it's like a really intense ab workout. So at the end of this, we are exhausted. We crawl back onto the sand, we peel off our mermaid tails, and we decide for the rest of the day to now proudly embrace our human form, legs out. We spent the rest of the day on a nude beach, napping. And I am watching my wife on this beautiful beach, and I thought, maybe God couldn't make all my dreams come true, but I did marry someone who can.